Cheerio, mate. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Would you be mine? I have always wanted to have a neighbor just like you. I've always wanted to live in the neighborhood with you, so what up? Cheerio, mate. Shout out to each and every one of you out there who clicked on this video to have a little coffee with Mr. Real Talk. That's me, your brother. Oh, yeah. Nothing like a good cup of coffee to get the juices flowing, to get the engine cranked up. Shout out to all my coffee drinkers out there. I know I'm not the only one. And I'm just curious, what is your favorite brand of coffee to drink? After all, that's what we here doing right now. I don't know what time it is as you're watching this. I don't know what day of the week it is you're watching this. But I do know one thing, it's coffee time. Wherever you are, whoever you are. It's always a good time for coffee. Different people are on different wavelengths. Different people have different schedules. Some people drink their coffee morning time. Some people drink coffee at noon. Some drink it at both. Some drink their coffee at nighttime, 8 o'clock, after dinner. Some people drink their coffee at 10:30, nighttime when they're getting ready to go in and do work overnight. Shout out to all of my overnight workers out there who work overnight. Shout out to all of yous. All of my people who working overnight. We got any people who work overnight in here watching this? And if you are, what do you do? I remember I used to work at Giant. Overnight, stocking them shelves. I was doing that before the pandemic hit. And during the pandemic, I was still working at Giant overnight, at least part-time. Done a little bit of everything, beloved ones. And right now, you see what I'm doing right now. I'm here with you, having my coffee. And I like my coffee black coffee, no sugar, no cream. I'm telling you, this is something that I've seen before, right? I've made my coffee before. I haven't necessarily drunk it yet, but I made it. And somebody else is near around and they accidentally mistake my coffee for their own coffee. I'm telling you, it is a sight to see. Because most people drink coffee, they have sugar, cream, regardless of what kind of cream it is, some kind of cream, some kind of sugar. And then they stumble across my coffee, which they mistook for their own, and then they end up drinking. Imagine you thinking you're going to be drinking the coffee creation that you made. If you're not somebody who drinks coffee, this means nothing to you. But if you're somebody who drinks coffee, imagine you made your coffee, right? And you go to grab it. You know what you usually expect to taste. And you start drinking. And then you start drinking black coffee, no sugar, no cream. I've seen people lose their minds, spit the coffee out like, yo, what the hell is this? Coffee is actually, you will hear conflicting messages about coffee's good for you, coffee's not good for you. But I'm telling you, whenever people are generally talking about coffee not being good, they're talking about the regular standard way. Loads of sugar, loads of cream. They are not talking about black coffee with no sugar and no cream. And if you want to, you can put a little honey in it, some kind of supplement in it if you choose. But you can just go black coffee. One of my coworkers at my 9 to 5, he got wind that I was drinking black coffee, no sugar, no cream, right? He looked at me, he was like, what in the world, bruh? It's like, bruh, what? Black coffee, no sugar, no cream. He was looking at me like I'm an alien. Right? And I had to, I was explaining to him, like, how did I get into black coffee, no sugar, no cream, right? And basically, this is how I got into it. It was at a point, matter of fact, it was during the pandemic that I got into black coffee, no sugar, no cream. I lost my job. I was down to like zero hope. And I had to build myself up from the ground up. I didn't have a job. My mind wasn't right. I wasn't y'all only yet. You see this shirt, y'all only. I'm y'all only today in 2026 as I'm drinking this coffee. But back when the pandemic first hit, I wasn't y'all only yet. Lost my job. My mind wasn't right. It was like a ship was sinking. And I needed to build myself up from the ground up. I needed to work on discipline. A lot of things I found out about myself in the midst of the pandemic. In the search to find discipline, I came across semen retention because I was on a quest. The world was falling apart. It kind of seemed like the world possibly could have been ending. Like it was a 3-alarm fire on all fronts. And I knew that I needed to gather myself. I knew I needed to build myself up. I needed discipline. Black coffee, no sugar, no cream was a part of the foundational discipline. Training myself to go without all of the so-called luxuries, like cream and sugar. And this is the mind state that I was in at that moment. And I still kept some of those ways to keep me on edge and to keep me on my game. I don't have to have the niceties and the sweet things, the comforts like sugar and cream, although occasionally it would be nice. And every once, I mean once in a blue moon, maybe 2-3 times a year, maybe, I might get some coffee if I go out somewhere. I might get an exotic coffee. Like if I go to Starbucks, I might get the caramel macchiato, all the exotic stuff and the flavors and the cream and sugars. But that's maybe like 2 or 3 times a year. The other 97% of the time, if I'm drinking coffee, it's black. No cream, no sugar. You understand? And it always reminds me of where I was. I was basically at rock bottom. No job. The world was ending. People were dying in the pandemic. I didn't have any stability. No money coming in. Wondering what I was going to do. Trying to figure it out. And something that was with me along in that journey, helping me figure it out and build discipline, was black coffee. And I never let it go. I'm never letting it go. Because it told me I had to be tough. I had to be mentally tough. I had to be okay with taking away the little things that people take for granted, like cream and sugar. I started researching semen retention. I came upon that because I got so low at that time, it was only one place to go, and that was up. Most of the world was at a low place when that pandemic hit. Maybe not everybody, but a lot of people were. That pandemic, it was a pull on your energy. I'm talking to somebody out there. If you feel me, let me know in the comment section. And let me know where you drinking your coffee from right now. Are you a morning person? Are you a truck driver, a warehouse worker, an office worker? Talk to me. In that pandemic, though, I knew that I had to find out how I could start making money, okay, because I didn't have a job anymore. That will stress you out, not having any income. Watching people die during the pandemic, it will stress you out. Still was reeling off of the death of my beloved mother, okay? There's so many things were going on, and I needed to build up my mind, my body, and my spirit. I had to be tough. I started being more conscious of the things that I eat. I started doing cardio, jogging more consistently. I would do physical, strenuous workouts. Black coffee, no sugar, no cream. I started building my mind because I knew to bring in money without a job, you have to think. You have to come up with a plan. And not only come up with a plan, you have to execute that plan. Exercise, being more conscious of trying to do better as far as how I eat. Of course, I'm nowhere near perfect. I'm still on the journey. Figuring out that semen retention helps build discipline. Understanding that a man walking around with empty testicles is not a good thing. Just like a car needs gas to go, a man needs gas to go. A man needs semen in his testicles to go. But if you don't know anything about semen retention, you just won't know that, right? Most people don't know about that. They don't want to know about semen retention because that's going to require you to take control over your energy. Your sexual life force energy is the most powerful energy on planet Earth. Most people have no control over theirs. Every human being has sexual life force energy, but very few people have control over it. And if you don't, it'll wreck your life. But if you can get a handle on your sexual life force energy, sky's the limit. You can begin to rebuild the building blocks of your brain. You can start to understand life more, how you need to carry yourself. Your spirit will begin to grow. Your body will begin to grow. The way you think will begin to grow. You're going to be about progression. As you can see, Yah only. It's a progression. I wasn't always Yah only. And for any of you people out there who don't know what Yah only means, that means I don't believe in Jesus Christ or Yeshua. Some people call him Yahushua. Yah, please forgive me for speaking those names. I don't believe in any of that stuff. I don't believe in the New Testament. I don't believe in human sacrifice, animal sacrifice, none of that stuff. I believe in Yah only. Yah is the God of the Old Testament, or Yahweh. Some people call him Yahweh. He's the God of the Old Testament. He does not have an only begotten son. His son is me and my other brothers and sisters out there, the children of Israel, right? But it was a progression. I wasn't always there. That's what I'm talking about. Black coffee, no sugar, no cream. It was a progression. I wasn't always there. Coming out and jogging, even when I don't feel well in cold weather, I wasn't always there. Being able to have the train of thought to come up with a plan and execute it to make money on my own online. I wasn't always there. Not saying that I'm all that right now, but I do understand a lot more now than I ever had before. And when the pandemic started, I got so focused, I was actually able to come out as a first timer and start a YouTube channel and start making money from my YouTube channel without being monetized. Because I thought there is a way that you can make money on YouTube without being in the YouTube partnership program. Okay? I have more than one YouTube channel. And one of my channels is supposed to be monetized, but because of the controversial things we talk about over there, YouTube decided to play with my channel, and they're doing all kind of crazy stuff with my channel to keep me out of the partnership program. But that doesn't matter because I already have the mind to understand you don't need to be in the partnership program on YouTube to make money. I'm telling you right now, whoever you are watching this, Coffee with Mr. Real Talk, you can come out and start a YouTube channel, and you can literally come out and start making videos today with 0 subscribers, and you could potentially start earning money today. It's all about the way that you format it, the way that you set it up. You have to reverse engineer on YouTube, as with anything. You have to view YouTube as a business, reverse engineer it. Don't even think about the YouTube partnership program. From the very first day you start, day one on YouTube, view it as a business. But you have to already have the plan and the end goal in mind and work it backwards. You know what I mean? And if you don't, it's not a problem. Because that's why we here. We having Coffee with Mr. Real Talk, right? I have other YouTube channels. I will leave links that I would like you wonderful people to check out. I will leave links in the video description as well as the pinned comment sections below. Any links that I leave there are for you, so be sure to check them out. What a time to be alive. And make sure you let me know in the comment section, what kind of coffee do you drink? Are you a Folgers kind of person? A Maxwell House kind of guy or gal? Maybe you like some other brands out there. Maybe you like Nestle coffee. I don't know. Me, myself, I like Folgers. I am a Folgers guy. The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. That's right. And yes, I'm feeling good today. I feel good. I knew that I would. You know why I knew that I would? Because feeling good is a decision. Don't let the circumstances of whatever you're facing decide the mood that you decide to be in. You intentionally, on purpose, decide the mood that you're going to be in. That's not for anybody else to have power over except you. The power of your thoughts, your mind, and your words. Your reality is shaped by your thoughts, your feelings, and emotions. Be careful how you think to yourself. Be careful how you talk to yourself. In the morning is the best part to really focus on these things. Because when you wake up in the morning, for the most part, you have the most energy that you're going to have throughout the day. You're fresh as you're going to be. Everything is like a clean slate. In the morning, that's where you can do your deep work, even if it's just for 5 to 15 minutes. Talk to yourself like this in the morning when you wake up. I am the best. I am the greatest. Yah is always with me. I am a winner. I was born to win. Good things always happen to me. I believe something wonderful is going to happen to me today. Talk to yourself like that every day. And in my prosperity, I said, I shall never be moved. Talk to yourself like that. And you know what? You do that long enough and you stay consistent, you know what's going to happen? You're going to start to believe it. And once you start to believe that, now you become dangerous. Time for your life to start changing. Your life is going to respond to what you are, not what you say you want, what you are in here and in here. Remember, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. What are you thinking in your heart right now as you're watching this video? Be honest. Inquiring minds would like to know. One of the things that I'm thinking, I like this coffee. Black coffee, no sugar, no cream. I like sitting out here looking at the sun, looking at the sky, feeling the beautiful rays. It's a beautiful day. But where you at right now as you're having coffee? What time is it? Where are you watching this from? Just curious. And I will see you on the next coffee time. Be sure to check out the links in the video description as well as the comment pinned section. Adios, amigo.